Why Esau, when they get all this money, they pass it down to their grandkids. They talk about what their great grandkids is gonna do. All right, and they even got Jake talking about that now, man. Jake don't even. And when Jake say Lord willing, they say it in vain. All right, they pretty much think that they want America to continue on forever now, man. The brother made his up one time. He asked a nigga woman at work, did she want a righteous kingdom or did she want America to be destroyed? She told him she want to see her grandkids grow up here, man. I don't want my damn grandkids to grow up here in America, man. If this place is wicked now and as it is right now, just imagine how it would be if it continued on to your grandkids and shit, man. Everybody be gay. People walk around dating robots and all type of crazy ass shit, man. All right, sex would be outlawed like in Demolition Man. You couldn't even have sex. They have some shit where you put on a damn helmet and they send shit to your brain, man. The Most High said be fruitful and multiply. That was a glory that was given to a man and a woman to have sex and procreate on the earth, man. That's exactly how America would be. If you watch Demolition Man, that should be crazy as hell. That's how it would be, man. Go ahead.
And their dwelling places to all generations, they call their lands after their own names.
Right, and so they leave, like I said, they want to leave everything to their kids, man. Even though it was wrongfully stolen. All right, they also call the names, the lands after their names. America was named after what? Amerigo Vespucci. Africa, named after Roman general Leo Cipius Africanus, man. They conquered all the lands and named them after themselves. Asia was named after the guy, I can't remember his own name, Asiaticus, you know? So that's what they did, man. They fulfilled that. All right, we're gonna get Ecclesiastes 8:11.
All right, this is Ecclesiastes 8, chapter 8, verse 11. All right. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Right, because the so-called white man has not been judged yet, it's fully set him to be set his evil ways, man. All right, that's why he thinks that his house is going to continue forever. That's why he thinks that the Most High is not going to judge him, man, because the Most High has allowed him to flourish so long in his wickedness. All right, but like I said, if you're paying attention to the times, man, you can tell that the so-called white man in America is on their last leg here. All right, this place is on its way out. Okay.
I got a question for you. Just look in here. You got all the gods of the nations are no gods, but you got Makkah Kaaba as a Muslim. That's not God. So that's wrong.
But you do worship that rock.
No, we don't worship that rock.
Look at all those people around that rock.
No, we don't worship it. That is. Well, let me educate you real quick.
Somebody hold the side up. Just to clarify what he's saying.
Listen, I'm trying to educate you.
You see this rock right here? What are all these people doing around this rock? Praying to it, worshiping. That's exactly what they're doing.
They're doing a pilgrimage.
You can sell that BS somewhere else. We know exactly what we're talking about.
That's right.
You're not gonna come up here and try to enlighten us on Islam.
I'm not.
It's already in the books.
I'm educated.
And I'll be honest with you, we all know where Islam came from. The Roman Catholic Church. Same symbolism, same way. Look, he trying to teach us. We end up teaching him.
Catholic Church.
Salak, y'all, go ahead. You want to learn more? Come on back.
Right.
Idiot.
He's so smart, though.
Yeah, go back to Ecclesiastes.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Right. So like I said earlier, it's fully set in them to do evil, man. Because the Most High hasn't jacked up the so-called white man yet. But what he's doing is he's allowed him to build up all that credit, build up all that debt, all right, in wickedness. To where he's gonna require that tab and he's gonna take it out on his ass via his amendment, man. Starting chiefly with who the world calls Jesus Christ, Yahushua, followed by his elect men, the 144,000. And he's gonna come in and clean this place out, man. All right, so that's what he's waiting on. He's letting America build up all their tabs. All right, that's why their wickedness has reached unto heaven, man. What you got, bro?
I got this is Proverbs chapter 18, verse 12. Before destruction, actually I started at verse 11. The rich man's wealth is his strong city, and as an high wall in his own conceit. Before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility.
Right, and before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, man. That's why the scripture say pride goes before destruction. So if you're having pride about yourself and having the pride of life, what's your next step? Destruction. If you're having humility and understand that you ain't got it and know there's a power that can kill you, what's your next step, Lord willing? Honor. Okay?
That's it.
So that's that, and then after that, that's somebody else on scripture. So right here.
Back into this is Colossians chapter 3, verse 25. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done, and there is no respect of persons.
Right, so he that doeth wrong, man, he shall receive payback for the wrong that he's done. And like I said, there's no respect of persons, man. Whether you're Israelite, or whether you're Edomite, Ishmaelite, Hamite, Ammonite, whoever, Japhite. All right, there's no respect of persons, man. You're going to receive your reward. The Lord is coming with his reward, man. He's coming with the reward for the wicked, and he's coming with the reward for the righteous. Okay?
I mind if I hit a point real quick? Jeremiah 23 and 24. Being that we all know what yesterday was, it was Martin Luther King holiday, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to talk about this dream and all that BS that he was talking about. You got it? Go ahead. 23 and start at 24.
This is Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 24. Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him?
There's no philosophy, there's no hidden doctrine, there's no mystery school that you could come up with that the Lord can't figure out and totally smash. The Lord understands all things and knows all things. So no matter, you at these secret places coming up with these secret little doctrines and whatnot, the Lord is going to figure all that stuff out. And he's going to make it known to his men, and it's going to be plain. Go ahead,
Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him? Saith Yahweh.
The Lord created the heavens and the earth. So how can you come up with a doctrine that the Lord wouldn't be able to understand or wouldn't be able to figure out? All these little tricks and things, all this stuff is coming to light. There's nothing that's being done that's not being exposed. Like I like to say with 9/11, you can't find a person out here that believes the story that's put out on TV. Everybody's gonna say it's an inside job. There's nothing going on in the dark that's not gonna be brought to light. Go ahead.
Do not I fill heaven and earth?
Just 1 second. Just like the looked like an Elamite came up talking about that stone, that rock in Mecca. If you get that sign, he's saying that they don't worship it. Now, if you take a look at that picture, what are those people doing if they're not worshiping that stone? What are they doing? They just all happen to be in that same spot, staring at the same object.
At the same time.
As a matter of fact, they walk around it. I believe they walk around it so many times in sync. Now, if that's not worshiping that stone, I don't know what is.
You give it down to something, you give it power in.
Exactly.
You give your power to something.
And that's what they give their power to. A stone that fell from the sky. Go ahead.
Saith do not I fill heaven and earth? Saith Yahweh. I have heard what the prophets had said, that prophesied lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies?
One of them prophets of recent that was saying, I have a dream, was Martin Luther King or Michael Luther King, whatever you want to. I guess his real name is Michael, but we'll go with Martin for edification so you know what we're talking about. I have a dream. What was this whole dream about?
Unity.
Bringing the so-called black man together with the so-called white man.
Yes.
Which is the Lord descriptively preaches against that. The Lord don't want you dealing with the so-called white man and his philosophies and becoming friends with his philosophies, joining yourself to his ideas. The Lord don't want that. To become a friend with the so-called white man is to become a friend with Satan. And that's what the Lord does not want you to do. But Martin Luther King himself, he was trying to bring the so-called black man together with the so-called white man and a white woman, when all that was doing was causing chaos. Niggas getting sprayed down in the street with water hoses, killed left and right. They blew up a church and had, I believe it was like 4 or 5 so-called little black girls in there. Now why would you want to join hand in hand with them when all they want to see is destruction for your people? But that philosophy came from a long time ago, from Babylon. Everybody coming together, everybody holding hands. The Lord don't want everybody holding hands. The Lord has his people that he takes care of. Outside of that, they don't matter. So why would I join myself with people that the Lord don't even like? Why would I do that? Like I said, it's like joining yourself to Satan and expecting your life to go well. You got Satan sitting in your living room wondering why your life is all jacked up. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 23 and 26.
What you holding? Hold that. Also Psalms 106. Yeah. Let me see. Go ahead.
How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies?
Prophesying those lies, complete wickedness. Saying come to church and be with the so-called white man. Saying everybody love each other. Everybody hold hands and sing songs. That's not true. That's not going to happen. What's going to happen is total destruction for those that the Lord don't care for. Go ahead.
Yea, they are prophets of the deceit of their own heart, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor.
And in that dream, that's exactly what happened. You were pushed further and further away from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Read that part one more time.
Jeremiah 23 and 27. Which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor.
Read that one more time.
Which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal.
That's what happened. Trying to push you further and further away, trying to get you to call on Jesus. What Jesus wants to do is keep you in slavery, so he can promote what he wants to happen in the earth, not what the Lord wants to happen. Jesus is all about Jesus. Jesus equals Satan, as you all know. Jesus ain't trying to see righteousness flourish in the earth. Y'all been saying Jesus for the longest, and what good has come from that? Nothing. You in these churches every Sunday, generation after generation, and what's happened for your people? Absolutely nothing. You join hand in hand, and what good has that done you? It's time to separate yourself. Separate yourself from the so-called white man equals separating yourself from wickedness, from evil, from satanic values of worshiping yourself, following after your own lust, doing whatever you want to do when it comes to your mind. That's not what the Bible says, so why do you teach that in the church? Why does Martin Luther King teach that?
Yeah, it actually is. Verse 28. The prophet that hath a dream, let him tell a dream. And he that hath my word, let him speak my word faithfully.
And that's what we're doing, speaking his word faithfully. Giving you all the ins and outs of the Bible. We're discovering new things all the time. All the time. Our eyes are being opened by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
Correct.
All the time. We're speaking his word in truth and being blessed for that. And we may not be driving around in a Lamborghini with $1 million in our account, but our spiritual bank account is off the charts. It's continually just racking up.
That's right, brother.
Continually racking up. Because we threw off the cares of the world. When these things of lust come to our mind, we fight that off. We put that away. We mortified our members for the sake of the truth.
That was it on that.
That was it on that. Go ahead. Start at 106 and 33.
Psalms 106, verse 33. Because they provoked his spirit, so that he spoke unadvisedly with his lips, they did destroy the nations, concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works.
Mingled among the heathen and learned their works. Isn't that what Martin Luther King was talking about? Mingling yourselves with the so-called white man. Mingling yourselves with the Americans. Mingling yourselves with the government. And the government is as a religion. The U.S. government, that's a religion to be worshipped. The president is their God. That's the Pharaoh. You got to worship the president. You got to bow down to him. You got to pray to him for all the things that you want.
You actually have, if I may say, it's like cutting you off, you actually have so-called black people, kids praying to this man right here. They were actually praying to him when he first got into office. I don't know if you brothers remember that kind of.
Yeah, they did. You had the so-called black woman on TV
Thinking that shit.
pretty much calling him a god, saying she ain't gonna have to worry about her bills no more. That's what you're supposed to be saying about Yahweh Shai. You supposed to, when Yahweh Shai come back, I ain't gotta worry about my bills no more. But you saying that about Obama. This U.S. government is a religion, like I said, to be worshipped. You pray to them to get welfare. You pray to the government to get Section 8. That's what they're teaching these people. And Martin Luther King was one of those promoting that ideology. And through a little bit of studying, not necessarily studying, but something that I peeped out, you have Martin Luther King, MLK, and you have Molech. And one of the ways that you spell Molech is MLK. The rabbit hole is deep. It's hella deep. And like I said earlier, the Most High is exposing all these things. All these strongholds are getting broke down so that we can see clearly when we're out and about. So you walk around now, you see an owl, and that stuff blows up in your mind. Like, damn, look at all this madness going on around me. All these colors, all these different signs and signals. You understand what this stuff is coming from. You have a precept?
I have a real quick precept what my caller said. This is Psalms 118 and 8. It is better to trust in Yahweh than to put confidence in a man.
That's right. I mean, that's what our people do. Going back to what the brother was speaking on, our people take confidence or have confidence in America, man. You know, they believe that this place is a place where they can prosper, which history and you know, now has proven that this place isn't for us.
That's right.
We're not going to prosper here in America.
That's right. MLK is a deity. And you don't even know which one I'm talking about. You don't know if I'm talking about Molech or the black dude. MLK is a deity to be worshipped. And that's what this all has come down to. Worshiping other gods. Drawing our people away to worship these other idols, which we've been doing time and time again. And the Lord will come back and save us. But the Lord stopped that. The Lord put an end to that. He said 2/3 of these people are going to have to pay. Done deal. Go ahead. You can do me a favor. Start over on at 33.
This is Psalms chapter 106, verse 33. Because they provoked his spirit, so that he spoke unadvisedly with his lips. They did not destroy the nations. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them.
Molech was one of those idols. Our people would take their children and sacrifice them to Molech for personal gain, for wealth, happiness. Same thing going on now with Planned Parenthood and things like that. But Martin Luther King is one of those deities that our people are sacrificing themselves to, and also their children to. The ideology of America giving our people happiness. That's what they're sacrificing to. They're bringing their children to these churches for that ideology of joining hand in hand and everybody being happy. And we being able to come up equally with the so-called white man. Now, let me ask you this. Why would you want to be equal to the so-called white man? Why would you want to be equal to death? If you were to compare the so-called white man to like a land, a type of land, the so-called white man will be a desert. Barren. When you get in the desert, it's pretty much death. There's no vegetation. There's no good life in the desert. That's the so-called white man. Just bare of any good things. Don't you want to be that tropical land, that fruitful land? That's what we are as a nation of Israel. We're that fruitful land. We're the Bahamas. We're the tropics. Hawaii, that's us. Beautiful land. But this so-called white man is the Sahara Desert. Now, why would you want to be in cahoots with the Sahara Desert? You should want to be far away from it.
Verse 37, yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils, and shed innocent blood.
Christmas, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, all of that stuff. That's all from Satan worship. That's all devil worship. Now, why would you want to bring your children into that? Why would you want to live within that system? Wouldn't you want to break free from that? But our people want to have it like this. They want to be on welfare. They want to be getting government cheese. They want to glorify the projects. They want to glorify the slums. Only people on earth that would do something like that. Glorifying living in the sewers of society. Making it cool to live in the sewers of society. It's so bad to where you'll have the so-called white boy who's a rapper now. He'll shoot his video in the projects.
Slim Jesus.
Yeah, just to validate himself. It's disgusting that our mental mind state is like this. We love the sewer more than we love paradise and happiness. We love pork more than we love things like kale. That's the mindset of our people. Totally given over to these false gods and idols.
Verse 38, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons, of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan.
That's what the so-called black woman is doing with her kids. If you want to be on Section 8, if you want to get food stamps, and you want to do all that stuff, sometimes you're going to have to vaccinate your children to be able to get those different welfare items. To be on Section 8, you can't have a man in the household. You're totally giving yourself and your children over to the ideologies of Satan. So now you got women having children just to put a little more money in their pocket. Flip side of that, you have the so-called black woman killing the children through abortions to keep money in her pocket. We're totally giving over to the so-called white man's ideologies, philosophies. Go ahead.
And the land was polluted with blood. 39. Thus were they defiled with their own works.
The land was polluted with blood. And this time, what they were doing was sacrificing their children to Molech. Which is why the land was polluted with blood. All of those innocent children were being killed. But now it's the same thing. This land is full of blood. Through the same acts, abortion, murder, adultery. This land is full of blood. Go ahead with your preaching.
This is Deuteronomy 32. I start at verse 15. But Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. Thou art waxen fat. Thou art grown thick. Thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook the Most High, which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation.
He got what he wanted.
Yeah.
He got his riches. And that's what took him far away from the Most High. You wanted to speak?
Yeah, I was gonna even say it, I believe it's Proverbs the 30th chapter that tells you, he said, remove far from me vanity and lies, lest I be full and deny thee, man. And that's what happened. We waxed fat. The Most High blessed us with the riches of being his people. But we didn't acknowledge Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah for that, man. We started being proud, and we started worshiping these other gods. So even going back in, I'm starting at verse 16. It said they provoked him to jealousy with strange gods, with abomination.